Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? Nolan Wells' friends trying to convince us that they're innocent of murdering him. Yeah, fam, they went on Officer Race Batum Tatum's show again, trying to convince us that they did nothing wrong and we should back off. Stop accusing them. Stop looking at them. Stop asking questions. Let it go. Tatum, is strange to me. He's a strange fellow because, you know, according to him, he used to be a police officer. Now, I am absolutely certain that when he was in the academy, they told him to not lead in questioning. Do not lead, because if you lead, you can find yourself in a really, really tricky area of entrapment, right? Or you can find yourself in a tricky area of trying to help somebody provide an alibi. Yeah, that audio, that's what he was saying. The audio, it just didn't seem authentic to me. What did you think about the audio? No wonder he's a former police officer. Would have never made detective. Never in a million years would he have made detective. This is absolutely wild to me, man. Warren thinks he's smarter than everybody. That's why he keeps talking. That happens a lot when you're dealing with narcissists. You know what? I'm going to have to get into that with Elliot Connie, and a few. He's up next. He's on the next episode of Willie D Live. I'm going to get with him right after this episode, because I need to talk to him about these behavior patterns. He's a psychotherapist, so he knows about these type of things on a clinical level. But look, fam, something wrong with this guy. Something is wrong with this guy, and something is wrong with all of these guys. And it's another guy in this particular interview. I didn't see him on screen, but I could see half of his body and had his hands folded. Like Tristan, I think his name, Tristan, whatever his damn name is. Maybe that's him, because, he had his hands folded the entire time. Hands folded, that would indicate that perhaps you're bored, or maybe you're angry. And if you're angry, what are you angry about? He's had his hands folded in the last interview he did with Tatum. So it was like, he was angry with Bill Crump and Al Sharpton for asking questions, snooping around Mississippi, asking questions, messing with the good black folks there, messing with their relationship with the white folks and the good white and the good black folks, messing with their relationship. Can't have that. So we got to shut it down. Shut it down. Now, here's the thing, fam. This is why I say that I just don't believe these guys, right? Let's start with, let's go straight to his buddy. I think I don't know if his name is Jax. They call him Jax or whatever, but the dude in the middle, right? This guy, he stated that you know what? Let me back up. Let's go to Warren. Warren stated that the reason we turned down the Coast Guard is, and then he cut himself. He cut off. Then he said, why call the Coast Guard if CETO can pull us in? Why call the Coast Guard when CETO can pull us in? Why? At first, he was about to say the reason we turned down Coast Guard is, then he caught himself. Just like he caught himself when he was saying Bart in that first interview. Then he went from Bart to my buddy. He was saying buddy. He kept getting tripped up. He said buddy. He was trying to protect Bart at first. But then he said Bart's name. Then he said it again. And then he went back to my buddy, but it's too late. Cat out the bag. So now he goes, the reason we turned down the Coast Guard is, why? And then immediately he corrected himself and said, He caught himself actually and said, why call Coast Guard if Cito can pull us in? He said, don't you think you would have seen Nolan at the bottom of the boat? That's what Jax, I believe his name, the one in the middle, whatever his name is. We'll know after he go to court, if he ever make it to court. But we'll know before it's all over. We'll definitely know. In fact, I could look it up right now, but I ain't got time. Anyway, he's one of the ones everybody's looking at. But he said, don't you think we would have seen Nolan at the bottom of the boat during the phone call? Well, y'all, I doubt if you on FaceTime with the emergency dispatcher from Cito. So how would we see them and Nolan at the bottom of the boat on a phone call, on a regular phone call? We don't have those advanced capabilities where we can listen to a phone call after the fact and then some kind of way pull video from out of nowhere. We can't do that yet. We ain't got to those capabilities. I'm sure we'll get there at some point, but we're not quite there yet. Tatum is really, this is why they should have went to a journalist. They should have went to somebody, at least somebody who's going to be fair. You see, because in order to give them credibility, because he's trying to give them some credibility, he's trying to create a narrative so that they can have some credibility. Now, if I was interviewing them, I'm going to ask them, even if I felt like I was on their side, I got to ask them the tough questions to save my credibility. Because if I don't ask them the tough questions, if I try to lead, then what's the reason for me doing the interview other than to promote them as all Americans? That's what the lawyer, I think it was the lawyer that was talking, he was off camera saying, calling them all American and heroes. Say they heroes. What heroic did they do? That's what I want to know. What heroic did they do? Did they jump in the water and save Nolan, try to save Nolan? Did they, at any point, gather evidence and take it to the police? Did they call somebody out? Did they expose somebody? Exactly how in the hell are they heroes? That's what I need to know. Because a hero is supposed to do something heroic. Let's go back to Warren. Warren said that it's crazy to believe that they had something to do with it. I mean, the enhanced audio, we're supposed to believe that the audio was enhanced, as if enhanced is a bad thing. Enhanced means to make better, greater, higher. That's enhanced. So why is he talking like enhancing the audio is a bad thing? But I'm sure there's some slowpokes out there who said, yeah, man, I bet you somebody right now talking at a bar in their living room right now. I bet they talking right now. Yeah, man, he got the enhanced audio, man. They enhanced the audio. I can't believe him. I can't trust that, man. The audio is enhanced. Let me remind y'all, we heard before Janetta Brantley enhanced the audio, we heard somebody say, is he dead? We heard somebody say, Nolan. We heard that before the audio was enhanced. They never addressed the audio. They never addressed how that audio came to be. They never said, man, we never said any of that stuff. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how that happened. Somebody must have made it up. Somebody must have, he just said, well, they enhanced the audio. None of the other ones spoke on the audio. They never spoke on the audio call. They're just saying it's crazy to think that we did that, like, and we supposed to believe this enhanced audio. The audio, the original audio from Cito has been authenticated. Okay. It's indisputable. It has been authenticated. In that original audio, I don't know why they're trying to skate around it, but we heard them saying, is he dead? We heard somebody saying, Nolan. And we heard, damn it, Bart. But once Janetta enhanced that audio, we heard some other stuff. It was loud and clear. Now, explain that. I need somebody to explain that. I don't think they can explain it. I think if they tried to explain it, they would, and they was truthful, they would say, you know what, man, okay, I'll tell you the truth. I'm just so tired of carrying this burden. Okay, I'm tired of lying. Okay, here's the truth. Here's the truth. I want y'all to take a look at this picture, fam. Look at that picture. Two young men who appear to be friends, dressed to the nines, don't look like they would have any cause to suspect one or the other of harming one or the other, right? It just, I wonder what was going through Nolan's mind. I think I know what was probably going through his mind when he took the picture. But I wonder what was going through Warren's mind. What was going through Warren's mind when he took that picture? Warren, I don't believe you. To your attorney who get mad when we talk about this case and we say that we suspect you had something to do with it, that you know something, that you did something, we know. We're suspecting you of something. We think that you're involved in some type of way. I would tell your attorney right now, I'm talking to the attorney right now. Let me get him off the screen. I'm going to talk to your attorney right now, head up. If you want us to stop pointing the finger at your client, tell your client to shut up because he ain't good at interviewing. He's not a good interviewer at all. Every time he talks, he actually creates more questions than answers. He provides more questions than answers. He is not a good interviewer. I know y'all, if that's the best y'all got, if we had some real investigators come in, oh, this should be a slam dunk. This should be easy. Wish I was one of the investigators on the case. Oh, this would be a slam dunk. I light them up. I'm taking all of them and putting every last one of them in a different room. And I'm going to shake the tree until something falls or somebody falls. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.